So today is the 31st of December 2023, last day of the year. I mean, what a fucking year, what a crazy year. Definitely by far, straight out the blocks, definitely the best year I've had in my life. Been a highlight year, been absolutely amazing, from the business to the social life to the trips I've been on. It's been absolutely, yeah, it's just been amazing. I couldn't be more grateful for the year that I've had, to be honest. To start off with me as a person, obviously, I've grown massively, mentally, physically, just everything about me. I've just really like developed further as a person. I feel more mature in myself. I feel I've got a better idea and perspective on the world. I'm more driven. I'm more disciplined. Everything, like, I'm really happy with how far I've come as a person and what I've done. I'd say, yeah. I mean, physically, stamina and fitness has been 10 times better from the runs I've been pushing myself on. And mentally, I'd say I'm just much more disciplined, a lot calmer. And yeah, I think it's been such a good year of growth. And even from a year ago today, I'm a completely different person again. And I've grown even more. So honestly, I can't complain with anything with how it's all gone. In terms of the business, so this is the first full calendar year of Evolute being up and running, which I'm really proud of. I did a post on the company socials, like highlights of the year. So the highlights of the year for me were like every client that I had a positive experience with me. Obviously, I saw my first clients, one through referral, one just completely cold, which was amazing. So all got 5-star reviews off of them. I generated over £75,000 in revenue for my clients. I launched my first website. Yeah, look, honestly, I couldn't be happier. Obviously, it's funny though. It's interesting. Like at the start of this year, I was convinced I was going to be on 10k a month. I was convinced I was going to quit my job. I was convinced of this, that, and the other, and I was so set on it. And looking back, I'm happy I didn't do that, because one, I wouldn't have deserved it yet. I've not become that person that deserves that as of yet. I've still got a lot to learn. I've still got a lot to do. I've still got a lot of failures I need to do, a lot of changes I need to overcome. But I'm happy with where I've come. I've made a loss overall this year, but I've made 2.5 grand this year revenue, which I'm very, very happy about, considering at the start of the year or before this I'd never made any money outside of a job. So I'm really happy that I was able to bring some extra cash in, just to also show myself that I can do it, if that makes sense. And yeah, I feel like I've become a lot more humble with it. I've become a lot more realistic with the timeline of it and the workload required that goes into it. And I feel like the last few months of this year has just solidified and helped me understand exactly what needs to be done, how long it's going to take, the effort it's going to take. And I've just come to acceptance with that. And now, yeah, I'm ready to go forward and put that all to good use and in this next year, and just go crazy and build this business to where it needs to be. But yeah, so what other highlights we had this year? So obviously I've been reading a lot. I've learnt so much from reading. I'd say this year I think I've read 19 books. I've read 2 books in this last week. So I think it's at 19 now. So that's good. Next year, my goal is to read a book a week, minimum. So I want at least 52 books done by this time next year, which is easily possible. Just, again, discipline. I'd say the best book I've read some really, really good books, but don't get me wrong, I'd say the one that's impacted me the most was Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It really just helped me calm down and not get lost into the future. I'd say the main learnings of it that I took were to be present, to be in the present, exist in the present. And it's weird, when you focus on that and that you focus on the present moment, you lose your nerves. You lose the nerves of what's going to come, what's going to happen. That goes, which is really odd. gave me a calmness in just let happen what's going to happen. The universe has a plan for you. If it's meant to be for you, it's going to fall in place. And it was nice to see that in writing almost, because obviously I've believed that anyway, and I've had so many things where I've gone that that's not a coincidence, that can't just be happening. So yeah, and what else from that book? Just making the most of the time you have and accepting that we're not on this earth forever, and that you need to make the most of it and you need to fulfill your purpose. And I believe my purpose is to do this, so I'm fulfilling it. And yeah, that book really just, I only read it recently, but it gave me a real sort of calmness about myself and how I approach things, and my belief system and things like that. And I think that book's really helped me to just calm down, because at the start of the year, at various moments, I would get really stressed out thinking about how am I going to do this? How's this going to work? How's that going to work? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out of my depth, blah, 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 blah. And that book has just helped me go, be in the present moment, stop looking at the future. Because one thing I've learned big this year is that all these nerves that you get come from looking too far ahead from where you are. For example, this March, when I had my first client running ads for, I got really, really shitty about it, because I was like, oh my God, what if I can't deliver? What if I can't do this? This person's told me this person's told me that, blah, blah, blah. And that came from looking into the future of what might happen, what if. If you live in the present and you do what you can your best, it keeps you calm. So yeah, Marcus Aurelius Meditations, definitely the best book I've read. So yeah, about 19 books this year, so I'm very happy with that. And yeah, so honestly, I'm just extremely happy with how the year's gone. I'm extremely happy with how I've evolved and grown as a person, which links into my business name. And yeah, I don't think I could have asked for much more. I think I've realised that the money's not going to come just yet. Might be round the corner, but not the massive sums, but a little bit. But I've realised I had to put in a bit more work. I need to develop a bit more as a person. I need to learn a bit more as a person to get to that stage. But again, honestly, I couldn't be happier. I've grown so much. I've learned so much. I've failed. I've succeeded. And yeah, and it's not just been about my self-development and my growth. I mean, even outside of this self-development and growth, like, obviously, my first year being properly single, like, I've had a lot of fun this year. I've had a lot of fun this year. And that was one thing I felt like I was wanting to experience a bit, because I'd always been in a relationship. So let's say I definitely made the most of that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just been a crazy year. And then look at like the trips I've been on as well. I mean, Dubai was the best holiday I've ever been on in my life. That's going to be really hard to top. My summer trip to Greece was absolutely fantastic. My trip to Croatia with my mate was absolutely fantastic. Like, overall, I've had an amazing year. Don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of downs, there's been a lot of lows, there's been a lot of failures. But they've just helped me to become who I am now. And the highs have been highs and the lows have been lows. And yeah, honestly, I couldn't be happier. So 2024, I'm looking for a big year now. So my approach now is that I'm gonna go for the free trials and just try and get even better at the ads, make sure the ads are working, and then if they work, do same strategy as real estate. It worked, so I'm gonna implement that again. So what are my goals for this year? So my goals for this year are, I want 5 clients from free trials minimum, and I'd like at least 2 to 3 paying clients by the end of the year. I'm going to be more relentless with my outreach. So I'm going to make sure someone is being contacted every single day. At least 100 people a day. I'm going to see how it's going to work financially, if I can financially do it. So if I have to adjust it, I will, but I'm going to make sure every day someone is being contacted. So yeah, I want the 5 clients from the free trials minimum. I want at least 2 to 3 of those to turn into paying clients. I want to make sure I'm contacting someone every day. I'm trying to think what else business-wise I want. I want to read the 52 books in the year, so 1 book a week. I want to hit a sub or a 20 or sub 25k run. That's my physical goal. My other physical goal is to do 3 clean reps with 100 kg. I've done 3 reps, but they weren't the cleanest. So I want to on bench press and 10 clean muscle ups. I'm nearly there with the muscle ups as well. And yeah, really for 2024, what do I want? I just want to keep growing. I want to keep learning. I want to keep winning. I want to keep failing. I want to keep, yeah, I just want to keep getting better and better and better. I mean, this year I'd say it was more of a finding my feet year, but I'm so happy with how it's gone, and I feel like now I'm a bit more settled. I've got a better understanding of everything. I've got a better understanding of how to be within myself, how to contain the calmness, how to contain the nerves, how to be more calm. So yeah, I'm really excited for the next year. A year ago when I did this video, there's probably a lot of delusion in it, a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of sort of immaturity because I didn't properly understand the game. But now I understand it more. I think you can see the difference in the goals. They're a lot more humble. So my goals last year, I remember, were to get a client by February, which I did. That was the only target I met. It was to hit 10k a month by September, and it was to run my own ad campaign in November and 2x my money. Again, I'm going to run my own ad campaign and test it out and see now anyway, but you can see the difference in the goals. So I want to go for the 5 free trials. I want 2 or 3 to turn into clients. And I do believe I can definitely do that this year. If I stick to that and I push that, my sales has increased, my copywriting skills have increased, my marketing skills have increased, my outreach has increased, everything's just gone up. So this year we're going to look to push it up again, keep growing, and look, it's just got to keep going up and up and up. It's just got to be relentless. I just can't stop. And yeah, what a year. What a year. Again, like I said, I couldn't be happier. I can't complain about anything. I've learned so much. I've done everything I could want to do, really. And I just need to keep going at it because I know one day I'm going to get there. And I think if anything, this year has definitely shown me that. So let's see how it goes, and next video will be 2024. See ya.